on to predictability. The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart. A hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
Good morning, Lake Catholic. Today is Thursday, October 10th. I'm Jay Coleman.
And I'm Chance Ware, and welcome back to CBN. Well, Jake, it's been quite some time since we've been able to broadcast a show.
Yeah, I know. A lot has happened since we were last with everyone. We had activities in the club fair and the parent-teacher conferences. The freshman class elected its class officers. We had an all-school mass where we honored our first responders. We crowned a homecoming king and queen, and everyone had a great time at the dance. We even had initial auditions for the fall play.
Callbacks for an evening of David Ives' one-act plays are today after school. Best of luck to everyone who was called back. As the fall play kicks into high gear, there are also plenty of other performing and visual arts events coming up next week. The choral concert is Tuesday the 15th, starting at 7 in the auditorium.
You're going to hear a nice variety of kind of fall-related stuff, a little bit of pop, a little bit of more kind of classical choir stuff. We've got a piece called Fall Leaves to kind of just usher in the autumn season. And then we also have some Elton John we're going to sing as well.
The 21-person choir is a nice large slate with different voice ranges leading to different harmonies, Mr. Slike told us. A big challenge for Mr. Slike this year was replacing the large senior class that graduated from the Performing Arts Department last year. But they seem to have filled those seats.
Even though we graduated out a lot of seniors last year, those seats have been filled by a lot of incoming new members, both young and students who have been in the school for a couple of years. So as some of the experience is decreased, but it's growing quickly because we have so many people interested in learning.
That's great to hear that so many new people are in the choir. Make sure to go check them out on Tuesday at 7. Also, the Lake Catholic Community Art Show kicks off. The main hall will be filled with paintings, comics, drawings, and jewelry from the alumni, faculty and staff members, and many other from the Lake Catholic community. The show has continued to grow, and even as late as the end of this week, Mrs. Wolf collecting artwork. The show will conclude on October 17th with a reception for the other community members to come and view the entire exhibit.
Thanks to both Mr. Slike and Mrs. Wolf, there's going to be a lot of artistic work on display next week. Be sure to check out as much as you can. Don't forget this October sock drive continues throughout the month. The senior class remains in the lead, thanks in large part to Dakota Madruskas, who donated 200 pairs of socks.
Man, that's a lot of socks.
Yes, it is. Anyway, the sock drive ends 3 weeks from today, so be sure to get those donations in. Remember, the homeroom that brings in the most socks each week will earn donuts for breakfast one morning. And the class that wins the competition at the end of the month will earn a Spirit Dress Down Day. And new this year, the Socktober fundraiser will also count towards the Cougar games total later this year.
That's a lot to compete for. Come on, sophomores, we need to step up our game. A reminder to all juniors and seniors that next week, Mrs. Brainerd and Leaf will be holding their annual college financial aid presentation. The hour-long presentation is Wednesday the 16th at 6:30 p.m. in the Media Center.
So we call it our financial aid presentation, or paying for your post-secondary education. So it's really important for students to come, and parents as well, because we'll talk about how much school actually costs, right? Because a lot of students don't have an idea about how expensive school can be. We'll talk about ways to help pay for school and the financial aid forms that a student and a parent are going to have to fill out. And then we'll talk about scholarships, basically how to find as much free money as we can to help reduce the cost of college, community college, or trades. We really encourage both students and parents to come, just because it will help students take ownership in this process of helping to figure out how to pay for school. So it is important that the parents are there because they'll have some information they need to help fill out the paperwork, but it's good for the students to be a part of this process too because it's about their education. This is one of the greatest things that a student can do because so many of our students are excited to apply to college, community college, trade school. But again, the cost is something that not a lot of students, I wasn't aware of it when I was your age. And so there's a reason why I really like doing this work is to help educate students and families, not only about how expensive school is, but also where they can kind of maximize that free money, because the last thing we want is for any of you to be burdened with this huge amount of student loan debt, because that may prohibit you from buying a house or buying a car or traveling as you get older. So the choices you make now have real impact into what you're able to do into the future. So if you know all of your options now, know all of the avenues to pursue finding that what we call free money, whether it's grants, scholarships, aid to help pay for school, is going to help you down the road. So I think this is honestly probably the most important thing that parents and students can do, or families and students can do as part of this process, is to help understand the cost and how to reduce the cost for the long run.
As Mrs. Brainard said, this is one of the most important presentations that she'll put on throughout the high school year. So juniors and seniors and your parents, you should make every effort to attend. And if you can't attend them, Mrs. Brainard said, Leaf does send out a video recording of the session for you to listen to. If you have specific questions, you can stop by in Mrs. Brainard's office Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays when she's in school. Now back to you, Chance, with our Campus Ministry Minute.
Thanks, Jake. Yesterday, the class of 2028 had its first retreat at Red Oak. The freshmen spent the day team building and thinking about how they wanted to build and form relationships during their time at Lake Catholic. They spent some time playing fun games and participating in team challenges. Most importantly, there were plenty of moments of prayer and reflection led by members of the senior class. And then tomorrow, while us students have this day off, the faculty and staff will make a trip to Red Oak for their own retreat. They will be focusing on how we are made for greatness. We are called to do something more. We can't do that by ourselves, so the faculty will be reflecting on who formed us in faith and has helped us grow in our professional life. They also will have time for some individual reflection, to hear from each other, and time for teamwork and time for fun. Please pray for the entire faculty and staff as they embark on this important day. Let's head over to sports.
Tonight is a big night in Cougar country as volleyball is at home against NDCL, and boys soccer is still on the road in a tough match against Hawking. Let's hear more about these games from some of our players.
I'm here with captains Ava Boudries and Julia Oster of the volleyball team. Guys, what was your key to success in your first matchup against NDCL?
We wanted to play strong offensively.
Just not play nervous and have fun and play our game.
Awesome. What is your guys' key to success in this game?
Same thing, just like it's our last ever game against NDCL, so keep the energy high.
Going confident and strong and play our best.
Please make sure that you show out to support your fellow Cougars tonight. As of the rest of the week, football is looking to stay undefeated against Elyria Catholic. On Friday, the theme is Pink Out at JTO. Also, girls soccer looks to keep their season alive in the sectional final on Monday at Beechwood. Good luck, ladies. That's all for sports this week. And now back to Chance and Jake at the desk.
Before we end the show, we'd like to wish everyone a happy birthday for the upcoming week.
It's your birthday, yes it is, it's your birthday, yes it is, it's your birthday, so happy birthday to you, yes you. It's your birthday, yes it is, it's your birthday, yes it is, it's your birthday, so happy birthday to you, yes to you.
We hope you all had a great birthday and get a chance to enjoy it with your family and friends.
Before we see you again, be sure to remember our commitment to excellence, our spirit of respect and compassion, your personal integrity, and our willingness to serve. Until next week, I'm Chan.
And I'm Jake.
Thanks for watching CBN.